Welcome back. And today we have 5 things that I think you should do when you return to the Old Republic. Are you returning to the Old Republic? If so, these are 5 things that you should check out because they are new and improved. Or improved. Starfighter battles. Yes, they have actually done what should have been done with the starships on initial release. So they still have the on the rail shooters that they came out with in the initial release, where obviously it's a guided path and you take down starships and space stations and stuff like that. But it's all like I said, on the rail shooters. So they've finally taken what worked for squadrons and they've kind of imported it right into the Old Republic, which is great. Obviously, without the VR support and cockpit view. So it's a little bit different, but very much similar, very much akin to the starships or the squadrons release. It is fully built out with starship upgrades, crew selectors that have their individual bonuses and skills. It does really feel like they've tried to rip what works well for squadrons and put that directly into the Old Republic. I will say that the base starship is ridiculously outmatched by the upgraded ones, especially the ones that you can purchase from the cartel store with your cartel's coins. It does make it a little bit disheartening. But there is a clear inclination to have the starfighter battles have some at least some skill components with your having to be looking at your full power control. So whether you have that on your lasers, your shields, or your thrusters, you do have full control over that, as well as obviously, like I said, your bonuses and skills and upgrades and stuff like that. So it does give you enough skill-based content that it keeps you queuing back up for more. Number 2, you can become Darth Dialogus.
However, I would never lower myself to duel a mere apprentice such as you. You haven't earned the honor.
I'm ready to kill you, however you choose to engage me.
You are every bit as infuriating as your master.
So maybe it was just my youthful naivety, but I did not remember that the dialogue options in the Old Republic were they allowed for so many dark choices and just overall variance in the missions and the storylines. I guess I am thoroughly enjoying blackmailing, cheating, and sabering anyone that dares speak to me with both Sith and Jedi characters, which is a nice touch that they allow you to do that. Whether you want to be the darkest Sith or the most hardened Sith, or you want to be a complete asshole Jedi or the nicest Jedi in the world, you can do whatever you want, which is nice. The game also allows for some, albeit cringy, but funny flirting dialogue choices, especially with the very suave smuggler characters, both female and male. Number 3, storyline completionist. So this might just be a personal one, but I left Star Wars: The Old Republic with one of the initial classes completed and all the other characters on like level 3. I didn't really care about all the other classes on level 3. Going back and completing the class storylines was it's surprisingly engaging. I really enjoyed most of the storylines. Obviously, there's some dull moments, but they're all quality Star Wars typical storylines before Disney Star Wars storylines. So good. I will say, other than the trooper class, but who really wants to be a trooper anyway? So number 4, join a new guild. I will say join the first guild that invites you, because usually the first guilds that invite, they just recruit everybody in within 5 meters of them, and they're huge, enormous guilds that have hundreds of people in there. The community isn't great. I found where you'll ask people to play or whatever, and nobody's. It's just like I said, it's just inviting everybody within 5 meters. So there's no real community or any guiding thing other than you're just in a guild. But you do get the bonuses, so accept the first one that recruits you and take the bonuses, and then bounce if you're lucky enough to find one that is maybe a mid-sized guild that has more community feel to it, I guess. There are still RP guilds if that's your thing, and a few of them are still growing strong. I don't know if you want to be RPing as a Padawan, where you have to be a little slave for your master, but hey, that's open to you. Number 5. Find other returning players and coerce your friends and family. The best part about returning to the Old Republic in 2023 is finding that so many other people returning to the Old Republic, and you go through the faintly familiar flashpoints alongside them, whether that's you forget that the bridge is going to drop and you fall off to your death. I've had that happen a few times, and like, oh yeah, I remember doing that 10 years ago. Those flashpoints are still there, and they're still fun to do. I've thoroughly enjoyed reading the comments I made on my the last kind of quick take I did on the Old Republic, why people are going back, and just reading about why people are returning and how much fun they're having, and also bringing their friends in, which is really awesome. I think personally, I've been talking so much about the Old Republic that so damn much. I've been talking so damn much about it and how much I've gone back and doing it, that my friends that don't even play MMOs, they're like, hey, can I download this? Let's play together. So I've even got them to join my guilds, and we've been playing some flashpoints, and I've kind of been showing on the ropes a bit, which is fun. It's a good time. So I will say there is strong nostalgia in this game, and that is why I think the best part about returning to Tor, turning to the Old Republic in 2023, is just playing with returning players and friends and family, you know? Sorry, hi, just editing Cade here. I just want to let you know one more thing that I kind of thought of was, that I ran into was, you can jump right to end game content if you want. So if you want, you can jump with a boosted character, which essentially just means you get to level up to level 50 and just play end game content. I haven't done that because like I said, I want to be completionist and get everything up to level 50. But when I talked to my friend who's done some of the end game content, it is relatively good. I wouldn't say that it's what you should come back for, but it's definitely there if you want to check it out, and you can jump right to it, which is an awesome thing. Additionally, there are 2 classes per character now, so as soon as you make your character, you choose whether you want to be a Jedi warrior or a Jedi Knight or whatever, sorry, or a Sith warrior, Jedi Knight, and then within that you have 2 subclasses you can choose, that is either damage or tank or heals, kind of depending on what you want to play. So there's 2 options per character now. So those are 5 things that I think you should do when you go back to the Old Republic. Let me know in the comments if you can think of anything else, and I will see you in the next one.